Hi Sag, thanks for visiting my channel. This is your general tarot reading for May 2019. So general reading could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind. You'll know in the first couple of minutes, I would think, if this is resonating for you. If it isn't, or even if it is, please go ahead and check out my readings for your moon and rising signs, as I find they so often resonate more strongly than the sun sign. But for now, Sag, you go into this period with the Ace of Cups. Beautiful start. Okay, so it looks like you've just started something or just about to get something going, which is very emotionally fulfilling. I'm feeling that this is a relationship which is just starting to get off the ground now. You weren't sure how it was going to go, and now you're starting to feel that there is a chance for some kind of emotional fulfillment here. If it's not like a romantic relationship, it could be some like a friendship which has started to develop and you're feeling really good about connecting with this person. You've got something to talk about with them. And if it's not that, I'm feeling that perhaps you've patched things up with a relative or an ex or a sibling, a child, and you're feeling like things can move forward now. Okay. So what's crossing you? You have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a card of rest, a card of meditation, a card of sitting back and reflecting on where you're at, where you've been, and now it looks like you might have a chance to set yourself some rules, I'm thinking. So perhaps you've been thinking that whatever's happened in the past, you've now you're going into this fresh new opportunity, knowing your boundaries, and it's like you've acknowledged some of the lessons that you have learned in the past about maybe accepting things that weren't right for you, or uh, doing things the wrong way, which sort of might have slowed you down somehow. That's what I'm getting there. And you understand what to look out for, and it's at the forefront of your mind that next time you go into a similar situation, you'll make sure you do this or you won't do this, and you'll expect this, that kind of thing. Okay, your conscious goal for the month of May, you have the Hanged Man. So you're waiting for an idea to come to you by the looks of it. So you're in a good position now to ask the universe, what's next? Bring me my next inspiration. I've got some room now somehow to move forward, and I want a new idea, or there's a gap which needs to be filled in some kind of perhaps a creative thing that you've been doing, and you see this person, they're hanging upside down and they've got that light bulb moment happening for them, and that's your goal. You're waiting for your next big idea to just come along, and I think you've got the right approach there by not forcing it, not rushing it. Just give yourself some quiet space and something will come to you. Perhaps, wake up in the middle of the night and have a pen and paper ready. It might be like if you're doing some kind of performance and you need to like find a transition or a segue between this or that element or this chapter, that kind of thing. You'll know what that is. There might be like something about if you're writing about a character, or if you're developing some kind of a character or a place or an atmosphere. It's like a jigsaw piece that you're looking for, ready to slot in. I'm feeling that something will come to you. Okay, the unknown influence. Okay, so something's happening in the background which you may not know about yet, and it's going to transform things. This is the Death card, and because it's in your unknown influence, I'm thinking you probably don't have much to do with this, but something's going to end for somebody or a situation around you, and it's going to impact you somehow. Not sure what that. I'm feeling like someone might leave a job, or someone might leave a venue, and it's going to open up that place or that job for you. It could be like someone becoming single, and you might be seeing an opportunity there for that. But I'm really feeling this is like more like something creative, or maybe a part-time job you have, or if you're self-employed, perhaps there's an opportunity for a new venue somehow, and um, it's looking like that may influence you, or to give you a decision to make on whether you're going to fill in this space that was left for you, or will you let that go? And that'll be up to you, I'm thinking, yeah, and we'll see what comes out. Maybe an answer will be in here somewhere. Okay, in the recent past, you have the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands represents the end of a cycle, really. Perhaps you had a lot on and you've just recently dropped it, or you've delegated some responsibilities, or some duties that you had which you no longer needed. Perhaps you were volunteering for something, or you'd taken on a role and it wasn't really working for you, and you've decided now that you can let that go, and that's allowing space for something new to come into your life. So that's great. You're approaching influence. You have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles can talk about, I'm feeling here, an institution. So I'm seeing big buildings in the back there. Lots of institutions own those buildings, and something about monies. Perhaps there's some law and order issues, some justice issues, something to do with money, and someone's holding on tight. See that they don't want to let it go. I'm thinking this is just more about people needing to, or wanting to, follow a process. So you may be feeling a little impatient about this, but uh, is it some kind of rationing thing? You may be wanting a lump sum, but there'll be some kind of trickle feed instead, something like that. You'll know if that's for you anyway. So it looks like that may be impacting this Four of Pentacles here, may be impacting your ability to invest in a new business, or a new thing that you've got, maybe something you want to do around the home, buy some stock or something for a new business that you've got, and you might be waiting for some money to come in so you can invest that way. But I'm feeling that this is probably going to work to your advantage in the end. It's just perhaps slowing you down a little bit, and that might be what this new opportunity is all about. This new venue, or this new position which comes up. Uh, there's something working in the background which is waiting. It's just asking you to wait a little bit. It's making you wait. So I'm feeling this is actually good for you. Now, in your talents, what are you bringing to the situation? Yes, you've done all this work. This is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles, this character here is grown this tree, this crop, whatever it is, and there's all this money sitting on this tree, and he's waiting now for the payoff. There might be just a couple of I's to dot and T's to cross. You'll see there's one pentacle just on the ground below him there. Maybe he just needs to find a place on the tree for that one to complete the puzzle, to put that into place, and then things can start. He can start harvesting properly, or the financial rewards can come in. He can finish the final piece of the presentation that he's trying to show somebody. So I'm feeling that's what that is. So it's not long to go now, but just about all the work's done, and the payoff is, let's say, it's on its way. Okay, that's how it really feels there. And I think you know this. You know what work you've done there, Sag. Your environment, how you see the world, the way the world sees you, or your immediate world at least. This is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands quite often talks about communications, lots of backwards and forwards. Um, Again, there might be a lot of emails and forms to fill out, I'm feeling, and you'll be sending them off and backwards and forwards. Um, that's all I'm getting. I'm just getting a lot of paperwork still. I think this has been going on for a while now, Sag, this paperwork, but I'm seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm really feeling that this is all just about following processes and dotting the I's, crossing the T's. As I say, just putting that last pentacle on the ground, finding a place to put that in the puzzle, something like that. Okay, your fears, Sag, for the month of May. Okay, this is the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is asking you to look around, turn around, see those two full cups behind him. So there's obviously been perhaps some heartache in the past, and occasionally you're looking back and uh, it's like you're trying to protect yourself. You're looking back at the lessons that you've learned, and you don't want to make that mistake again somehow. So that's what I'm feeling now. I'm feeling like you don't want to make the same mistakes you made last time, and that's what I'm getting there. And you're just being encouraged to turn around. You know that those cups are there, ready to pick up and walk off back over the bridge to your happy home. But you are looking back there and you're just hoping that you don't make those same mistakes again. You might be a little bit worried that whatever you've done in the past may have become like a pattern for you, and you're really just, I feel you're being diligent that you don't want to fall back into those old patterns. Perhaps it was impulsivity, or perhaps maybe some isolating yourself somehow, or holding back when you should have really been up front, that kind of thing. But it looks like, again, I'm pretty sure you know the lessons that you've learned, okay, and you don't want to repeat the same mistakes. But I'm feeling that you've learned those lessons, Sag. Okay, and the outcome, you have the star card. So there's a lot of optimism here. I'm feeling that this payoff is coming, and you know it. And you're, is there some kind of fame, perhaps? Are you getting some kind of notoriety, some kind of uh, recognition that for something you've done as well? I'm feeling, but it's making whatever this is. You're feeling pretty good about the future. Okay, you're feeling quite balanced, and you're feeling that you're participating and you're contributing to your environment. Look at this character here. She's feeling so abundant that she can pour that good feeling, that freshness back into the world around her, just as she's doing with the the water in those cups there, or those containers, just pouring that back into her environment, because she feels so good and she's more than full for herself. So, look, that's what I've got for you, Sag. I hope that's resonated for you somehow. Please leave a comment, and, of course, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I hope to talk to you in a couple of weeks.